Today we are going to talk about copyright. We will cover copyright basics, learn about fair use, and public domain. What is copyright? Did you know that whenever you write a poem or a story or even a paper for your class, or create a drawing or other forms of artwork, you automatically own the copyright to it? Copyright is a form of protection provided by the laws of the United States to the authors of original work of authorship, including literary, dramatic, musical, artistic, and certain other intellectual works. This protection is available to both published and unpublished work. What that means is that, as the author of your work, you alone have the right to do any of the following, or to let others do any of the following: make copies of your work, distribute copies of your work, perform your work publicly, such as for plays, films, dances, or music, display your work publicly, such as for art exhibits, stills from audiovisual works, or any material used on the internet or television, and make derivative works, including making modifications, adaptations, or other new uses of a work, or translating the work to another medium. Not all work is copyright protected. Copyright protects original work of authorship that are fixed in a tangible form of expression. The fixed forms do not have to be directly perceptible so long as it can be communicated with the aid of a machine or other device. Copyrightable works fall into the following categories: literary work, which includes computer software; musical works, including any accompanying words; dramatic work, including any accompanying music; choreographed works; pictorial, graphic, and sculptural works; motion pictures and other audiovisual works; sound recordings; and architectural works. Not everything is protected by copyright law. The following are categories of things not protected: ideas, procedures, methods, systems, processes, concepts, principles, discoveries, or devices; titles, names, short phrases, slogans, and mere listings of ingredients or content; works that are not fixed in a tangible form of expression, such as an improvised speech or performance that is not written down or otherwise recorded; works consisting entirely of information that is commonly available and contains no originality. For example, standard calendars, standard measures, list of tables compiled from public documents or other common sources. And last, works by the government. Copyright infringement. Anyone who exploits any of the exclusive rights of copyright without the copyright owner's permission commits copyright infringement. If a lawsuit is brought in a court, the infringer will have to pay the copyright owner the amount of money the infringer made from using the work, or that the owner would have made if the infringement had not happened. In general, it is illegal for anyone to use work created by you without your permission, but there are some exceptions and limitations to your rights as a copyright holder. One major limitation is the doctrine of fair use. In the United States, the fair use doctrine permits some copying and distribution without permission of the copyright holder or payment. The status does not clearly define fair use, but instead it gives 4 non-exclusive factors to consider in a fair use analysis. Those factors are the purpose and character of one's use, the nature of the copyright work, what amount and proportion of the whole work was taken, and the effect of the use upon the potential market for or value of the copyrighted work. Public domain. Works in the public domain are those whose exclusive intellectual property rights have expired, have been forfeited, or are inapplicable. For example, the works of Shakespeare and Beethoven and most of the early silent films are now in the public domain by either being created before copyright existed or leaving the copyright term. Therefore, works that are in the public domain belong to everyone and can be freely used without compensating the author. Here are a list of useful links to get you started. After you are finished with this session, click the link in the comment section below to check your knowledge about copyright. Thanks for listening.
Created using Powtoon.